Morning. In the previous lecture, we have talked about arithmetic operations. We first had idea about various arithmetic operations which are to be performed in Fortran. Symbols used for these operations. We have taken few examples. After that, we saw integer mode of arithmetic expression, real mode of arithmetic expression, and mixed mode of arithmetic expression. With this, we have completed arithmetic expressions. Next article is about library functions. Library functions. Some mathematical operations are itself evaluated by the compiler of Fortran editor. Actually, for these mathematical operations, small programs are available in the software of Fortran itself. The user or programmer need not required to write any program for these mathematical functions, for these mathematical operations. The mathematical operations which are already present in the Fortran editor are known as library functions. There are many library functions. These library functions will be automatically executed or run by the compiler on its own. Let us have some idea about these mathematical operations, these mathematical functions. Library function, notation in algebra. How we represent this in algebra? The value you have to provide it, type of value, and result. Library function available in Fortran. Notation in algebra, type of value we have to provide it. Type of value you have to provide it for the library function to work out is also known as argument. Argument is the type of value you need to provide for the function to work. And finally, a result. And these are We have to go for more. These are some examples. Sin x, cos x, absolute value of x, exponentiation of x, log to the base e, not written here, of x, log to the base 10 of x. And how we write? We write this way, sin x. Let me write one more here, or we shall take remaining, or let me have one more, where here. Okay, let me complete this. Cos x, modulus of x, e to the power x, log to the base e x, log to the base 10 of x. How should be this x? It should be real. This x should be real. This should be real. This should be real. 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 Result of this will be real, 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 real. X here should be greater than 0. Let us first talk about these library functions. These two are trigonometric functions. Let me write one more here. Tan x, real. Sin x, cos x, tan x. These are trigonometric functions. We not need to write a program to find sin x. We do not need to write program to find cos x or tan x. The programs are already available in the Photon software for sin x, cos x, tan x. Only you need to provide the argument. This x is the argument. You need to provide only argument to get its value. In case of trigonometric functions, sin x, cos x and tan x, the argument x must be in radian. In case of trigonometric functions, the argument you are providing, it must be in radian. Then you can get sine of that, cosine of that radian and tangent of that radian. In addition to these three trigonometric functions as library functions, we have ABS(x), EXPx. ABS, absolute value of x, magnitude of x. Whatever argument you providing here, you will get magnitude of that argument. Whatever argument you provided here, that is of course real argument, you will get e to the power x, e to the power of the argument. Log x, log to the base 10x, log x, log to the base e x, log to the base 10x. In this case, this argument should be greater than 0. This should be, if it is 0, what will happen? Its value will simply come 1. Here the argument should not be 0. Okay. So these are some library functions. You can go for one more. SQRTX, square root of x. And how should be the argument x? The argument should be always positive. Here, condition for the type of value or argument is this should be always greater than 0. This argument should be always greater than 0. It should not be negative. If it is negative, you will have square root of a negative term. That will not be a real result. It will give you imaginary result. Okay. To avoid this argument x should be greater than 0. These are some library functions. Square root of x, SQRT is the word used for square root in Fortran, sine, cos, tan. These words are used for sine, cosine and tangent. X are the arguments. Similarly, absolute value of the argument, exponential of the argument, logarithm to the base e of the argument, logarithm to the base 10 of the argument. All these are known as library functions of Fortran, because these mathematical operations, programs for these mathematical operations are already present within the Fortran editor. The compiler itself executes those programs. We need to provide only the argument, only the proper argument. If we provide proper argument, these mathematical operations will be executed automatically by the compiler and we will get the required result. These are some library functions. Other library functions are also there. Let me write these remaining library functions. Other library functions are this is what? Sine inverse of x. This is what? Cos inverse of x. This is what? Tan inverse of x divided by y. A sin x, A cos x, A tan x, meaning that arc sine, arc cosine, arc tangent. And how it is written? Sine inverse of x. Meaning of this is sine inverse of x. X is the argument. Meaning of this is cos inverse of x. Meaning of this is tan inverse of x by y. 2. Arc tangent 2 x by y. This 2 is written for this x by y. So this library function is sine inverse of x. This library function is cos inverse of x. And this library function is tan inverse of x. Few more library functions are left. cosec x, sec x, cot x. What is this? This is 1 divided by sin x. What is this? This is 1 divided by cos x. What is this? This is 1 divided by tan x. So, if you know sin x of an argument, cos x of an argument, the arguments are provided in radians. If you know tan of an argument, you can easily get cosec of an argument, sec of an argument, cotangent or cot of an argument, because sec is inverse of sine, cosec is inverse of sine, sec is inverse of cos, cot is inverse of tan. So, knowing these values, knowing value of sin x, we can get value of cosec x. Knowing value of cos x, we can get value of sec x. Knowing value of tan x, we can get value of cot x. Apart from these library functions, few more library functions are there, and these are sin hx, these are what is this? Hyperbolic sine of argument x, hyperbolic cos of argument x, hyperbolic tan of argument x. How to get hyperbolic sine? E to the power x minus e to the power minus x divided by 2, e to the power x plus e to the power minus x divided by 2, and this will be e to the power x minus e to the power x divided by e to the power x plus e to the power minus x. We need not have these library functions. These library functions can be obtained. What to do? Hyperbolic sine is to be obtained by this way: e to the power x minus e to the power minus x divided by 2. We have expx function, exponential of x. You can also get exponential of minus x. From that, you can get value of sin hyperbolic x. You can get value of cos hyperbolic x. You can get value of tan hyperbolic x. Many such mathematical functions are already available in Fortran. Many such mathematical operations are already available in Fortran, and we call these library functions of Fortran. So, these are some important library functions of Fortran. Hope you got it. So, whenever we need to use such library functions, we shall go for this dictionary, and using this we can perform any of these required tasks using the library functions of Fortran. Hope you got it. So, we shall stop here. Remaining article in the next lecture. Thank you.